Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. Apple introduced iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus and iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max with satellite communication and eSIM technology. Apple finally unveiled the iPhone 14 series at the Far Out event. There is no mini model in this year's lineup, and this model has been replaced by the iPhone 14 Plus. As always, the standard iPhone model plays a role as a more affordable model than the Pro models. In this article, we introduce iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus. Apple introduced the new generation of iPhone phones to create a new fever in the hearts of the fans of this luxury phone. In the meantime, the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus phones will be able to take over a larger part of the market at a cheaper price than the Pro models. These two phones are equipped with new features, and of course, after years, Apple has decided not to use a new chip for them. In this article, we introduce two iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus phones. The iPhone 14 series is equipped with eSIM technology and eliminates the need to use a physical SIM card. This means that from now on, the SIM card port will be removed for iPhone 14 models in some countries such as United States. iPhone 14 series is also equipped with an accident detection system and is able to call emergency centers in case of danger. The new iPhone is able to send SMS with satellite connection even without SIM card or internet service. This connection is equipped with Apple's exclusive parts and software and allows users to find available satellites and connect to them. This feature is equipped with a new compression algorithm to send emergency messages via satellite much faster. This service will be activated for us from next month. Specifications and introduction of the iPhone 14. Apple has decided to launch the standard iPhone 14 model with an OLED panel display. This 6.1-inch display can display images with a resolution of up to 2532 x 1170 pixels and supports a refresh rate of up to 60 Hz. In the past, all iPhone models in each generation had the same chip. This tradition has now changed with the iPhone 14 series, and the non-Peruvian models of this series use the A15 Bionic chip like the previous generation. Along with this chip, 6GB LPDDR4X RAM memory is used, which is technologically behind the Pro models. Apple offers iPhone 14 with 128, 256 and 512 GB of internal memory. The Action Mode feature is designed to record moving video and supports HDR and Dolby Vision. Two 12-megapixel sensors are used to record images in the iPhone 14 phone, which, of course, due to the advancement of technology, perform better in recording images than the previous generation. The selfie camera is also equipped with a new autofocus feature that has improved the quality of selfie images. iPhone 14 is powered by a 3279 mAh battery. iPhone 14 can be purchased in green, purple, blue, black, white, and red colors. The basic model of the iPhone 14 costs $799. Specifications and introduction of iPhone 14 Plus. The iPhone 14 Plus phone should be considered Apple's solution for people who need a cheaper iPhone with a large screen. The iPhone 14 Plus, which replaces the mini model, provides users with a 6.7-inch display that displays images with a resolution of 2778 x 1284 pixels and supports a maximum refresh rate of 60 Hz. iPhone 14 Plus is a bigger version of iPhone 13. This phone has a different notch and provides users with a dual 12-megapixel camera. Compared to the previous generation, this 12-megapixel camera has larger pixels and absorbs more light. The 12-megapixel selfie camera of this phone also has the ability to focus automatically. The iPhone 14 camera is equipped with the F5 hybrid system, which uses neural engines to improve the image and increase the speed of image processing. This new photonic engine process is able to increase light absorption in the dark by 2.5 times like the iPhone 14. The iPhone 14 Plus is equipped with the A15 Bionic chip with 6GB of RAM. This phone has a 4325 mAh battery, which is the best in this series. The iPhone 14 Plus can be purchased in the basic configuration for $899. iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max phones were introduced with the A16 Bionic chip. Finally, after many rumors, Apple unveiled the iPhone 14 Pro series at the Far Out event. Pro series phones have faced a significant upgrade in their hardware, and of course their prices have also increased. In the continuation of this article, we have reviewed the specifications and features of iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. Apple introduced the new generation of iPhone phones to create a new fever in the hearts of the fans of this luxury phone. In the meantime, the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max phones with new hardware and higher prices have won the title of the best phones. These two phones are equipped with new features, and after years, Apple has decided to change the appearance of its phones. In this article, we introduce two iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max phones. Specifications and features of iPhone 14 Pro. iPhone 14 Pro is equipped with a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display with a resolution of 2556 x 1179 pixels and a maximum brightness of 2000 nits. The ceramic coating protects the screen of this phone, and its refresh rate reaches 120 Hz. In addition, the display notch of this phone has changed after many years, and Apple has used a capsule-shaped hole for the phone's display. Apple's purpose of the capsule notch is to show the announcements to the user more easily, with all the features and interesting features such as playing music, and as you can see in the picture below, all the functions of the notification center have been moved to this part. In addition, there will be a system that blackens the pixels between the two holes and turns the display notch into a segment. The main camera of iPhone 14 Pro phones is also equipped with a 48-megapixel sensor with the ability to record 4K video, and uses a 12-megapixel telephoto camera along with a 12-megapixel ultra sensor. Apple claims that the quality of the photos taken by this phone has improved between 2 and 3 times. Apple has also improved the ultra-wide camera of the iPhone Pro. This camera captures macro images better than before and performs 3 times better in low-light environments. Apple has also modified the flash system of new generation iPhones. According to Apple, this new flash has twice as much light and reacts to the focal length of the images. iPhone 14 Pro is equipped with the A16 Bionic chip along with 6 GB of LPDDR5 type RAM, and is available in 4 models of 128, 256, 512 GB and 1 TB. This chip has a special focus on energy efficiency, display, and camera. The CPU unit of this chip, which uses 6 cores, includes 2 high-power cores and 4 low-power cores. Apple says that high-power cores consume 20% less energy than the previous generation. The iPhone 14 Pro weighs 206 grams and is equipped with a 3200 mAh battery that supports 30W charger technology. Specifications and features of iPhone 14 Pro Max. iPhone 14 Pro Max will also have a 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR display with a resolution of 2796 x 1290 pixels, so that the pixel density of the display remains approximately 460 pixels per inch. The maximum display exposure in iPhone 14 Pro models reaches 2000 nits. The main camera of iPhone 14 Pro phones is also equipped with a 48-megapixel sensor with the ability to record 4K video, and uses a 12-megapixel telephoto camera along with a 12-megapixel ultra sensor. The specifications of these cameras are similar to the Pro version of this phone. In addition to the A16 chip, this phone is equipped with 6 GB LPDDR5 RAM memory and comes in 4 models: 128, 256, 512 GB and 1 TB. The iPhone 14 Pro Max will be heavier than other models, with a weight of 240 grams. This phone, of course, does not have a larger battery and relies on the more efficient A16 Bionic chip to save energy. iPhone 14 Pro Max is equipped with a 4323 mAh battery and supports a 30W charger. Both the iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max are equipped with always-on display (AOD) software, which supports the lock screen widgets introduced in iOS 16. Also, the ability to detect accidents and support the request for emergency assistance of satellite communications and remove the physical SIM card in many countries are other features of these two phones. The price and release date of the iPhone 14 series. Contrary to most reports and rumors, Apple did not increase the price of its phones, and we are still facing the same base price as last year. Therefore, users do not need to pay extra for buying iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Plus, iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max compared to last year, In addition, the amount of basic internal memory of these smartphones did not change even in the Pro models, and they are still launched in the basic version with 128 GB of internal memory, The basic version of iPhone 14 with 128 GB of internal memory will be launched on September 25th at a price of $799. Also, the 256 and 512 GB models are available at the price of $899 and $1,099, respectively. The price and release date of the iPhone 14 series. In addition, buyers of the Plus model will have to wait much longer because the iPhone 14 Plus with 128 GB of internal memory will be available to buyers from October 15th at a price of $899. The 256 GB and 512 GB versions are available for $999 and $1,199. The base model of the iPhone 14 Pro with 128 GB of internal memory has been released on September 25th at a price of $999, and the price of the 256 GB, 512 GB, and 1 TB versions will be $1,099, $1,299, and $1,499, respectively. Finally, we have the iPhone 14 Pro Max, whose basic version with 128 GB of internal memory has been released on September 25th at a price of $1,099, and the price of the 256 GB, 512 GB, and 1 TB versions is $1,199, $1,399, and $1,599, respectively.